Off-duty female officer charged with murder for shooting woman C found with partner. We got another killing, guys. We got another deranged black Nazi out here in these fields doing whatever the fuck he wants. Only this time, she actually got charged for it, which is something I'm noticing in the community. A lot of police are getting charged these days. I wonder why. I wonder why. But regardless, my argument is not is her. My argument doesn't consist of her being charged. It consists of how fucked up in the head you have to be to do this type of shit. Like here, I'm gonna read it for you, and you'll find out what I mean by that. A New York City police officer has been charged with murder and attempted murder Friday for allegedly shooting two women, killing one at a Brooklyn home, or at a home in Brooklyn. The officer, identified by police as Yuni Wu, 31, who was off duty at the time, is believed to have shot both women, one of whom she was dating, when they turned to the home where the officer's girlfriend lived. Police said the off-duty officer shot 24-year-old woman in the chest, possibly more than one time. Let me read that for you one more time. Police said off-duty officer shot a 24-year-old woman in the chest, possibly more than one time. More than once. More than once. So my question is, and the whole point of making this video, is how deranged, how messed in the head do you have to be to not only shoot a person, but shoot them multiple times while being a police officer? Like, this girl, this woman, she was tasked with protecting the community, right? And she's a cop, or was a cop, right? But even with that said, she went out of her way to grab her gun, or whoever gun it was, possibly hers, most likely hers, to grab her gun, found her girlfriend or whatever in their house. The first thing she did was grab the gun and start pulling triggers. Like, I understand when you find someone cheating, you angry and you're upset. I understand that wholeheartedly. I've been cheated on multiple times. I've done cheating. I've been cheated on, and I've done the cheating. And I was both ways. And let me tell you, don't be like me. Don't go down that road, because it fucking sucks. Right? I've been cheated on, I've done the cheating, and it's not a good feeling to have. It's not. That's what I'm trying to say. So I understand the anger and the frustration. But at the same time, I never once decided, well, since she cheated on me, I might as well go fucking kill her. Like, that never crossed my mind in that particular moment. Not once in my entire life did I think of shooting or killing my partner, of whom I was in a relationship in, and was just find out that she cheated on me. And at the time while we were together, like, hold on, I just went off. I just went off. Like, okay, so what I'm saying is, oh my god, this video is a mess already. All right, so I never thought to myself, I never thought to myself while I was sitting on to go shoot up my partner and her now girlfriend, I guess. Like, it never crossed my mind, right? I never thought to go over, find them cheating, grab a gun, and start shooting indiscriminately. Like, I've never done that. And if you're a person who does that, or if she was a person who does that, imagine the screw loose in her mind. Imagine what goes on in her head to make it possible for someone to do such a thing, right? Imagine the level of insanity you have to be in order to instantly take another's life just because they cheated on you. Imagine that. Again, I understand the anger and the frustration of being cheated on. I understand that wholeheartedly. But what she did was not only disturbing, irresponsible, damn near psychotic, but I feel as if it's also a sign of the type of people we might have in law enforcement to this day that we just don't know about, right? She's only one person in the police unit out of hundreds and or thousands that operate on the same level as her, just in secret, right? There's a reason there's a reason a lot of cops abuse their wives and children. Like, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, right? There's a reason, and I feel as if they're either mentally incompetent and deranged, or that they suddenly feel superior upon wearing a badge, and that superiority leads them to make dangerous and life-ending decisions. Now, she could have been fucked up from the get-go and then decided to be a cop. That's also another case. But even with that said, the fact that she was put on the force to begin with, while this whole time being able to commit such a crime, it's unacceptable. Like, that goes to show you that they don't do any mental health checks or anything of the sort to make sure that this person is mentally stable enough to be on the force. Because this isn't the first time it happened. I made a video of one incident in the past where an cop or an ex-cop killed his nephew and put the body in the wall or something to that nature. Yeah, that's what happened, right? And that type of individual was in law enforcement. And this goes to show you that, once again, these types of individuals that are wearing a badge can be, well, unstable. And no one ever knows, except for when it's too late. Like, I don't know if this could have been avoided. Probably not. But what I do know is if she was completely able to do this while a police officer, off duty or not, he's also perfectly able to do other such atrocities while wearing a uniform. And we never knew until now. Well, even then, we don't really know what her life like as an officer. Like, she could have 100 to 15,000 complaints. Well, I should say 100 to 1,500 complaints, right? She could have done all types of crazy shit while an officer that we just don't know of. Like, we just don't know. We have no idea. All we know is what she did at the moment. This is the headline, right? This is why I don't feel comfortable giving officers my complete trust. Well, that and several other reasons, but this is one reason why I don't feel comfortable interacting with a cop. Because I may never fucking know what goes on in that cop's head. I may never know. He could have been the sanest fucking, like, he could have been like, that cop could either be the sanest individual on the squad or the type of individual that just snaps and just loses his fucking mind. Right? You don't know what can happen. You have no idea. No idea. And to me, this is the biggest red flag I can show you in order for you to understand why the police, or to understand why trusting the police wholeheartedly without any question and believing that they're always the good guys can leave you in this type of situation. Only instead of being a lover, you're a bystander that's got caught up in the wrong time. You're just a bystander that's got caught up at the wrong moment at the wrong. Hold on. You're just a bystander that got caught up at the wrong moment, and because of that, you're now flat on the ground with a body. You're now flat on the ground with a body bag over you, dead, dead. Let me continue. Okay, let's see. All right. Police, you said the officer shot a 24-year-old woman in the chest, possibly more than one time, at the Bonsonhurst home, whatever the fuck it's called. The victim, identified as Jamie Lang, was taken to Southern Medical Center and was pronounced dead, police said. The officer, a woman, a 23-year-old who was in the romantic relationship with the officer. The other woman, a 23-year-old who was in a romantic relationship with the officer, was shot in the torso and expected to survive, police said. Wu is a police officer in the 72 district, which it cannot passes. I don't know what that says. I don't know. The park and Sunset Park areas of Brooklyn. She had worked for the NYPD for 5 to 1.5 years. I think that's for 5 years and one. I don't know. Well, for 1.5 years. Yeah. For 1.5 years. Police says he was at a local hospital for evaluation. We believe it is a domestic in nature. Yep. This is why they got a high domestic count. Police officers, this is like niggas. This is why, in terms of domestic abuse, this is why they're almost number one. Or at least high in number. We believe all of these parties knew each other. Assistant Michelle Kemper, commanding officer of Patrol Borough Brooklyn South, said at a press conference Wednesday evening. We believe that they had an intimate relationship, he said, of the officer and the 23-year-old woman. Wu remained at the scene and told officers he had shot the two women, according to police. Police said they were still investigating, but recovered a gun on the scene, and there's a very good chance it is her service weapon. Like I said, the hopelessness is horrible, but these cops performed great. All right, Skip. There's some more cop propaganda I'm not gonna expose you guys to. There's some more bullshit y'all shouldn't really care about. But at the end of the day, guys, even though she was charged and arrested, what I'm trying to get out is there could be always more than one of her. And they could be undercover right now, posing as an individual we're supposed to have faith in as we speak. Well, y'all supposed to have faith in. We don't play like that over here, but these types of individuals may be out there and they may be right next to you, calling themselves cops, calling themselves the heroes, calling themselves, the people who are supposed to protect you with their lives. That's all I'm trying to say. Just be skeptical at best. At worst, get the fuck out of there. This is your boy, the Story God. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.